All right. Hello. Cub Scouts are here. I have everyone. They're all in their little cages right now. I'm gonna go ahead and uncork the sound. There. Well, there you go. Okay. Well, there we go. Someone just belted before I uncorked them, but now you're all free. You're out like wild animals. Now, hydration for everyone, as Ray demands.
Damn! I thought I timed that very well.
Man, you guys are gonna make me pee with all this hydrate.
That's good. Good for your bladder.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold on. Everyone who's checking the stream. Everyone who took the stream. Everyone shut the fuck up for a second. Everyone who's checking the stream. Check this out. I finally have this. Wow! It's a. Oh, wasn't that kind of hype? Everyone just clap. I know there's a stream delay, but
Oh,
your
thing?
He rolled a nat 20.
Exactly.
All right.
What do you mean that was just okay? What?
Min,
What?
I need to check that dice. I think it's
Is
loaded.
it weighted? Is it weighted?
I know
Is
what
it
you're talking
weighted?
about.
I mean, it is the DM's dice, so of course it's loaded. It always lands on a natural 20 when I need it to.
We do a little fudging in here. But yes, welcome everyone to Charisma Check, which is my current title for this little podcast that I had cooking up. Quick premise. We're all dungeon masters here. You can actually see some details on the kind of campaigns that we run, at least by their title and where you can find us.
Daddy.
Hey, Ray, thank you so much for the pixie. But we all run our
Oh, no.
D&D games, and we are basically just here to talk about whatever's on our mind, which is almost always D&D all the time. That's kind of my one personality trait. But we're gonna talk about sessions and concepts and DMing, and maybe if anyone here is ever interested in what it's like to be a DM or is considered becoming a dungeon master themselves, this might, if not give you any sort of actual guides or anything, because I mean, who would take advice from us? It'll at least hopefully give you a little bit of insights on how dungeon masters think and why you should never become friends with a dungeon master.
Too late.
So let's go ahead and go around the table and introduce ourselves, starting with the lovely Angel Silver Rose.
Huh?
Well, you're on the top right.
You win. You go
left to
first.
right. Yeah, everyone here knows who I am. I'm Dryadmin. I'm the person who's hosting the thing. Y'all know who I am.
That's what you get for picking the top right.
I didn't pick the top right. Oh shit. Anywho, I'm Angel Silver Rose, your curse merchant. And don't worry, your curse is for me, not for you guys. I may change that for later on, but for now,
What do you mean?
I've been a DM. You know, the intro.
Oh, change the intro. Okay. I thought you meant
Yeah.
change the fact that only you're cursed.
I'm friends with you. I'm friends with you guys. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one cursing here.
Oh no.
Anywho.
Damn.
I mean, I am a
Okay.
demon.
Anywho, I've been a DM for since I was 15 years old, and I'm over 30 now. So, been at it for a while. Got some good stories, got some bad ones, like everyone else, but drown them all. The talking is not making me nervous. It's Ray over there is making me nervous with the drinking. So,
Everyone, even the chat has their own village and origin story.
Oh boy.
Dryad, help me, give me an idea what I should be talking about when I'm doing this. Just move on to the next person or what?
We're doing intros. We got you.
All
Angel.
right.
I want to move on to Brant Casimir. I
Why
butchered my
did
R, but
you
don't worry about that.
why did you say my name like that?
Because
He looks more like an Alex or an Xavier or Kevin. Brent.
can we call you Kevin?
I'll bring up my point in a sec, but
I hope you can see my disdain. Anyways,
Okay.
hello everyone. My name is Brant Casimir, also known as the Angel Divine Justice. I'm your guardian angel. No, I see that switch. Fuck you. I have been playing D&D for a little over 7 years now, as well as DMing for the past 3-4 years, give or take. I lost track at this point. But yeah, that's all I have. Huh?
You won't lose track later, trust me.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll just be like, "Hey, new
I'm-
guys,
I
I've been
only
doing
have
this
one person
longer."
left on the list.
So,
Last
Oh,
but
shit.
not least.
so when we're talking about our inevitable demise, let's all talk about talk to the same person where we all end up being at. Hell.
Yes.
Wow.
Mr. Hell.
Yes, you all end up like me after 20-something years of DMing, just in the world of hell.
I thought you
Our
were saying
natural
marriage.
ending point. You know how most humans like naturally evolve into crabs, or like all creatures eventually become crab? All DMs eventually become our fellow on the bottom right.
Yes, I am the adorable Hellspawn. I am your evil little gremlin demon. Call me what you want, but I am your favorite DM of tragedy and horror. Like my buddy Angel up there above me,
Hello.
who's also a PNG streamer because we're not cool enough to be 3D yet. That's why we're on the right
That's not what
side.
it is.
We're not. That's why we're on the right side.
We stand all letter tubers.
Listen, we're already starting our Civil War arc over here.
I mean, I can take the Dryad and Divine by myself, but I don't.
You mean
In a fight?
right?
Hey, I'm just like the evil. I'm the evil overlord that sits in the chair and goes fight.
Oh, we've got more
Thank you, man.
hydrations from Viscerae.
Yes.
Our chance to actually talk at this point. Okay, so we've got everyone. Every episode, the idea is we're just gonna have someone's gonna go around the table. We have, whatever's on our minds. Usually a campaign like session that we recently ran or we're planning for, and we're just gonna talk about it. And then we will get sidetracked and we will argue and fight, and then we'll kiss and make up. And then that is basically what it goes down to. And hopefully somewhere in between, in the discourse around it all, you will find a nugget of insight and learn a little bit about DMing. Anyway, so
I'm a
because
guffin.
for our first episode, I was the one who wanted to talk first. So I have the coveted talking dice.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up. I have the talking dice.
And
Hey,
this is
you never
always,
told
like,
us what color your talking dice were.
I don't just show your talking dice. That's public
I just want to know what
indecency.
color. I just want to know what color they are.
They're
That's
crystal.
Chris,
They're see-through.
they're translucent. They're like jelly.
Whoa.
It's like a rainbow. It changes
Oh,
colors.
whoa.
I have prismatic dice.
So they're like mood ring dice?
Oh, they be red as soon as they touch me because I'm always pissed off and sometimes.
Just shake. You just roll your dice. It's depression.
Oh, that's all I get. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Oh my god. Wow,
Alright.
we didn't even make it past the intro.
So
Anywho.
I want to talk about something, and it's going to be a little bit hard to be kind of specific about it because I have one of my players literally staring up at me from below. Hello.
And in the chat.
Hello, Kevin. Yeah, and a player in the chat.
All right, get rid of the Kevin right now.
All right, fine.
How do we do that redeem? I don't know how to do that.
Oh, I can show you how to do that.
we
That's a for
we
later
gonna
thing.
we gonna put an end to this right now. Stop calling me Kevin.
You're Kevin?
No.
So,
Hi, Kevin.
Shut the fuck up.
Kevin! Sorry, I had to say it once. All right. So, for today, I kind of wanted to talk about something that was intriguing for me, and it's a little bit of a spoiler for our Ultimate Academy players. But lo and behold, we ended up doing an arc recently, which involves basically picking up a supply cache full of good magical stuff, nice rare magic goodies, a real candy bag of explosives. And among those, it hasn't really been listed yet, but it's going to include some cool homebrew items, or well, at least one specific homebrew item that's sort of unique and it's going to be tied to sort of the character that this arc is sort of centered around, right?
Agreed.
And that got me thinking of like, how do people handle their magic items? Because I've had the chance to like browse occasionally through like the homebrew magic item section of D&D Beyond, and I found that, like any homebrew communal archive, the quality of those can vary drastically. Not just in terms of like how they're written in like the game and everything, like in the server, but more like how they're designed for a particular game. And it kind of like got me thinking of like, well, everyone's homebrew items are perfect for their game, right? But when you look at a homebrew item in D&D Beyond and you think to yourself like, that homebrew item looks like disastrous, who would actually run that magic item? I think it goes to show how different every gaming campaign or every DM style is. That like those magic items seem perfect for what that DM does, but it kind of helps paint a picture of how that DM runs their games or how that DM thinks about the system of Dungeons and Dragons. So that's why I thought it would be a neat little thing for us to kind of go over a homebrew magic item that we've all created and kind of talk about how we designed it and what we wanted to do with it, what its goal was, and just, do a little bit of a show and tell for magical goodies. So I think I'll go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I actually press the button. Did I get it? Yes, I did. I did it right. And I'm going to stream it so you guys can see what I'm even talking about. But I will be showing you a magic item that I created, which is called the Flask of Projection. Before going over the exact nature of the item, I wanted to give you a bit of a background for what this item, the design purpose of the item, right? I wanted to use an item or make an item for Strom's character, Samuel, in my campaign. And what I wanted to do was sort of introduce the concept of like encountering exotic creatures, right? The idea that you guys are going to be exploring this world a bit more loosely, and you might be, encountering more exotic creatures and more exotic like locales than you might have been used to since then. And this item kind of, emphasizes that fact. The idea was, at first I was like, I love the Iron Flask. Does everyone here know what an Iron Flask is in D&D? It's like an official D&D item.
Depends on which Iron Flask we're talking about.
There's only one Iron Flask.
I would say remind us for the audience sake.
Of course. So the Iron Flask is an item. I won't go over the exact description of the item, but it basically lets you take any creature that isn't native to your plane of existence. So like, someone summons a demon from a different plane, or someone's an elemental or whatever.
Nice.
Thank you for the hydration, right? You can use the Iron Flask and basically like a genie's bottle, just kind of suck them up and put them in the flask. And then they basically
phenomenal cosmic power.
Yes. In an itty bitty tiny living space. They become a Pokemon, basically. And they become loyal to you for an hour. And then you just kind of recapture them and they kind of become your loyal, faithful minion forever. It was a legendary item and it's crazy, crazy broken. It's like insanely strong. It's impossible. It's impossible to deal with, to like introduce that item in a way that like is fair and doesn't kind of like break your campaign. And so I like the concept, and the Flask of Projection is, what if Iron Flask, but not utterly broken? So without further ado, I'll describe the idea of the Flask of Projection. It is a rare, wondrous item that requires attunement. That's the first major difference. I'll basically highlight all the differences between this and the typical Iron Flask. Rare wondrous item, requires attunement. That's the first difference. You need an attunement slot to use it. A metallic flask with a corked seal. As an action, you can invoke the power of the flask to store the ethereal image of a creature that you can see within 60 feet of you. The creature cannot be a humanoid and must have a CR of 5 or lower, and at most 5 class levels if the creature has any. That's the other difference. The only restriction on the Iron Flask is the creature can't be native to the current plane of existence. This one just says any creature, can't be a humanoid, can't be too strong, basically. The creature, the target must succeed on a DC 17 Wisdom save, the same DC for an Iron Flask, or have its image trapped in the flask. This is the other big difference. You don't trap the creature itself, you kind of trap this ethereal image, a sort of snapshot of the creature. The Flask of Projection can only hold a single creature's image at a time. Your ethereal shock leaves the target incapacitated until the end of its next turn.
Thank you, Daddy.
That's a cool thing that you can do. It's kind of like as like a micro stun. Thank you for the gift sub, Ray. If the creature succeeds on a saving throw, it's immune to the effects of Flask of Protection for the next 24 hours. So, sorry, it's not Pokemon. You can't just keep throwing Pokeballs at it until you catch it. You only get one shot. When you trap a creature's ethereal image inside the flask, you also assign a command word to the flask. You basically name the creature. This is very, very Pokemon-esque in that way. While the flask protection has the creature's ethereal image stored inside it, a creature can, as an action, remove the corked seal and speak the command word to summon a magical duplicate of the creature to a space within 60 feet of you. The creature remains for 1 minute or until it reaches 0 hit points. That's the other big thing. It only lasts a minute instead of an hour. After which the creature disappears. The creature has the exact same statistics and condition as the original creature had when its image was captured, with the following differences. The summoned creature can be addressed using the command word given to the flask when the creature's image was captured. Basically, again, you give the creature a name. It'll be this is one of the reasons why you don't really give it to you don't trap humanoids, because they typically have names already. But you trap a beast, you give it a name. It's cute. The summoned creature is friendly to you and your companions and obeys your commands, just like the Iron Flask. The summoned creature cannot have its ethereal image captured by the Flask Protection, so no, you can't chain capture this thing. And then my favorite touch, to really nail the Pokemon aspect of it home, the summoned creature gains vulnerability to a damage type based on the metal used to create the Flask of Protection. If the creature normally has immunity or resistance to this damage type, it loses this immunity or resistance. And I have a table of all the different materials that you could make a Flask of Protection out of and what damage vulnerability it gives you, all the way from poison to necrotic. And then finally, after you capture a creature's ethereal image in the flask or summon a duplicate from the flask cannot be used for either function again until the next dawn. And that is basically, I mean, it's a very long description, but when you do homebrew items, you kind of end up getting to that level of, you've seen my rules text before. You know that I'm very, very, very finicky and picky about how things are written, because players can be assholes and really try to break your game with whatever you try to create. Also, everyone hydrate from Neva.
Hydrate.
Cheers.
Drink.
And I've been rambling for a long time, but yeah, this is basically what it is. It gives you.
Why do you want to drown me already?
Gives you a little Pokemon that you can use for a minute. Basically helps you out for one fight, and you basically have to keep cycling creatures. Or if you have like a pet that you really like, you can kind of like regularly capture the pet's image, and kind of like have like a backup pet. There's a lot of different ways that you can use this, but I guess I won't try to steer anymore. I'd like to hear what your feedback, what your thoughts are on this item, especially Kevin's, since you're a player in my campaign.
Shut up.
Yes, Kevin, tell us how it goes. I will stare at you, Kevin.
Can I use it on Muss?
I knew it.
No, musses are humanoids.
Damn it! I wanted a Pikachu.
That would be very concerning. Now, you can use it on a mouse if you find one.
Can I use it on the GM?
It's just not the same.
I'm a panda right now.
Exactly.
The only thing I'm gonna say is Master Roshi did it better in Dragon Balls. That's all I'm gonna say.
I haven't seen that episode.
How dare you?
Everyone here who says, "Oh, you just stole this from Master Roshi." Well, joke's on you. I haven't seen that.
Well, in truth, this is why I say every time you bring up the Iron Flask thing, it's like, do you know about the Iron Flask? And I go, which version? And you say, no, there's only one version. It's like, I've been around the block. I know about 8 several versions of the Iron.
Well, the one version in 5th edition.
I never even used it. I'm too scared to use it. I think it's
very scary to look at, isn't it? Like
it's overpowered, but that's what makes it fun.
Oh my gosh.
I think the only time I ever seen it in action was in what show was this? The Mighty Critical Role, I think.
The Mighty Nine, season 2.
Yeah, I think that's the only time I ever seen it in action, and that's a necklace version of it.
No, that was season 1 with Trinket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, I mean, do we want to just go around the table? What do you guys think about it? Do you guys think it would serve its purpose, or is it at least clear you know, really fucking Simon Cowell me or Gordon Ramsay me on this.
I think it's a very low-powered iron flask. It's super cute, where it's just like, it's just a projection, so you don't like if you have a player with a conscience, you're not hurting actual animals. So you can put that at the end.
One thing that's very important about it is this specific line. The creature has the exact same statistics and condition as the original creature had when its image was captured. So you can't just beat up an animal to like a bloody pulp and make it unconscious and then capture its image, because then you're just gonna summon an unconscious bloody duplicate. You have to actually capture the creature kind of fresh, or at least like
we can't use
nurture
it as an
it back
kill
to
spawn.
health first.
Anywho, if I may put in my 2 cents, Bruce, can I call you Bruce?
I mean, there we go. All right.
We got Kevin and Bruce.
The nickname giveth and the nickname taketh away.
You know what that means is that they're BK and we're something else.
Right now it's models versus PNGs, nicknames versus none.
Anywho,
that burns. And I'm in hell.
Continue to go.
You're in spaghetti hell. What are you talking about? Anywho,
hey, that's tentacles, sir. Get it right. There's a difference.
Ravioli, get the spacey oli. Anywho, Bruce, Dryad, sorry.
It's Bruce now. It's official.
It's Bruce.
There's no take backsies on nicknames, Angel. Or should I call you Angel? That one didn't land.
Face palm so hard. Just face palm that so hard, everyone.
All right.
Anyway, the one good thing I like about your every time you do something like this, it always seems like you overthink it. But hold on,
no, that's fair.
Yeah, but to be fair, this overthinking is actually pulls off many times, so you can't call it overthinking if it actually bloody works.
See?
So the thing is, can you scroll down for a second for me?
Yeah, sure.
The steel necrotic thing. Let's talk about that one for a second.
Oh yeah. Let's have the most. I knew this was coming. We're gonna have the most like asinine debate about what material should have what damage vulnerability.
Honestly,
I'm ready for it.
Why can't you just use gravestone for necrotic?
So here's the thing. I don't know what Greystone is.
Oh my god.
And
right.
when here's the thing. I literally like. Listen, I'm a very smart DM, right? I'm very
Yes, you
I'm
are.
very educated. I'm very learned and cultured. So
Okay,
I
stop
want you
pumping
to
yourself.
understand that about me when I tell you that I went to Google and looked up list of metals to like see what options there were, and then kind of pull the list from there. Again, perfectly learned and cultured.
If you actually did look up and you would actually learn that uranium would have been actually a good one for physics. Danium, physics. Danium would have been great for force and platinum. Oh. I said physics.
Also, who puts uranium in their campaign?
I don't want to put uranium in your campaign. Let's all build a nuke and blow it up.
Take uranium for vulnerability to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage.
Yeah. Do you even know what uranium is?
I don't know. Let's get in the education corner.
Uranium literally is the metal parts that actually is inside a cell phone battery. They can actually take a good impact, a very good impact. Until they actually make themselves into hand grenades. But we'll talk about that another time.
I've had that happen.
Nice.
Dixium is actually another word. It's actually very good for lightning.
Hydration's for everyone, by the way.
So
Stop! You're gonna make me have to leave.
To be fair,
what a bad thing for you to take a piss in hell. Sheesh.
As a counterpoint, players are dumb.
Are they though? I don't think you've played in my campaign.
You can't just say that we have like 4 different players in the chat right now.
I say this as a
I think
fellow.
Divinity has a
as a-
point.
No, hold up. I say this as a fellow player. We're dumb. Just use basic metals, or else we.
Imagine being a player.
It just
Imagine.
doesn't. Well, I'm sorry, but
Yeah.
you're cringe.
I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah, you also have to keep in mind that this is a fantasy world where they probably don't have the technologies of our world, so they're not going to be able to refine such as duranium and
I don't
whatnot.
believe you, Taco.
Listen, I was considering the average
Ray.
metallic knowledge of the players when looking at this list, and I was like, I wonder if they're gonna remember what Electrum
is. Yeah.
Who actually uses Electrum?
Me.
No, you
Want to
don't.
fight about it?
No, you
You
don't.
don't. No, you don't.
I do.
Here's my take. Electrum exists because it does exist in the real world, but it's a stupid currency, and even my settings government realizes that.
That's a government.
Because a lot of I guess this plays into the dumb players, but a lot of my people don't want to do conversion, so I just do gold.
You convert
That's
everything
it.
to
Yeah.
It's only gold.
And Divinity, you're right. Yeah, might as well keep the simple metals and whatnot.
Just call me
But
Grant.
by using your own words that this is a fantasy setting, why not use fantasy materials like gravestones for actual necrotic or
Mithril.
Mithril
Mithril.
isn't there.
Because
Mithril
as a DM, I'm also dumb and don't like looking all that up.
So there's 2 reasons. There's 2 reasons. One is familiarity. So I when my players read through the list of materials, I want my players to already have a rough idea of what each of these materials are. Everyone knows what gold and silver and bronze is. Everyone knows what brass and copper are. There are some that are commonplace, but less known, but you know that they're valuable, and so you also get an understanding of how valuable it is. Like, you know that antimantine is valuable, you know that platinum is valuable, and stuff like that. The other reason is because you know that I've made this magic item for my homebrew game, but you know that when I design anything, I design it with the general use case in mind. So I've tried to use metals that I am confident enough anyone would have in any of their D&D campaign.
Looks at D&D campaign, goes, did not think that hard.
That's totally fine. I like Angel said, I'm a terrible overthinker.
You kind of are, but let's be honest. Sometimes it works out you being an overthinker, and sometimes it doesn't.
It's just the way that I DM, and you know what? That's exactly what I was trying to get at when I wanted to talk about this discussion. You're realizing the kind of DM I am just by reading this over insane description of a magic item with like 4 different paragraphs and like a table built in.
Bruce.
See, I feel cheated because I made an item that I normally don't make as a challenge. So now my DM skill is a lie. Everybody's gonna think I'm a nice person, and it's a lie.
Bruce,
But that's the
I'm
most evil thing ever, to convince someone you're nice.
Dryad, I'm gonna be honest. If you think this is overthinking, wait till you see what I have for you later on.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, well, there we go. Oh, by the way, I wanted to let you guys know, most of these materials, I literally just pulled their damage types from like the Dragonborn page. You know, don't fix what ain't broken. But like,
yeah,
like grass
that's
fire,
fair.
bronze, yeah.
That's fair.
I kind of saw that as soon as I saw bronze, and I'm like, wait a minute.
I didn't.
Yeah, most of the connections between material and vulnerability are the same as the breath weapon used by dragons of that like metal.
Hey, Ray,
the
you
only,
knew it.
the
Why
only,
didn't
the
you-
only difference is I think brass and bronze are both fire, so I just switched bronze to thunder, even though bronze could have been lightning,
is
and then I
he?
just wait, maybe
Hold
bronze
up.
is lightning, but I
It's
made
lightning.
it thunder because I wanted Electrum
What?
to be lightning because
Well,
it's just a funny pun. I
I'm
definitely
not
broke
evil,
tradition
Ray.
for that one reason.
The panda's the evil one. I am an angel that was wrongly accused and sent the other way.
Excuse me, I will be the judge of that.
No,
You don't get to
You are
judge me,
being
sir.
judged.
I judge you.
that's who's wearing
The
the
name is
crown?
only Angel.
Who's the-
Take that,
Who's
Kevin.
the actual angel around here? Fuck off!
Kevin, are you getting a drink right now? Your model is suspiciously Suspiciously still to be getting a drink.
Ignore the adult beverage. Take that, 3D tuber. People know when you leave.
He's not leaving over a drink. He's making some tea, which is nice.
I'm just getting myself some more tea. I don't know what you're talking about.
With lots of like grape leaves.
No, it's made with
A hint of whiskey.
Okay, listen here, Barney. We're moving on.
All right. With that out of the way, anyone else want to take any more pot shots at my item before we move on to well, I mean, let's just go ahead with Angel. Angel was excited to show us what they were planning.
I will say I am impressed you did not leave a lot of loopholes for your players. That is impressive.
No, that is impressive, yeah.
Yeah.
Because mine definitely does. Now that I look at it, I'm like, well, that sucks.
I'll absolutely tell you, the version you saw in the presentation is not the very first version. But my overthinking is me reading it, and then reading it, and then reading it, and then being like, wait a second, and then being like, wait, there's a loophole, and then writing that out. This is something that I've written and reread maybe like 24 times on and off. I'll wake up the next day and like in a cold sweat be like, ugh, what if they have class levels?
And then there's me over here going, I didn't even grammar check mine. Whoops.
Is this what it means to be more socially aware, to be more panicky? What the hell's going on? No wonder I'm more happy when I'm being alone.
First, my social awareness, it got me anxiety.
Can you guys hear me now?
We're back.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I had a
This is why you have a DM
issue.
screen. You can hide from everybody when you don't want to talk to them.
Exactly. Or roll random dice to scare them.
No, I don't do that at all. Who tells you that?
Me.
I do that, but my version is asking people for their passive perceptions.
Well, I do that too, even though I don't really. I already know because I cheat, but you know.
All right, Angel, you're up. I'm ready to showcase the best item in the game.
Hold on, I'm having a little trouble here. Hold on.
Hype. Everyone hype him up.
Yeah, Angel,
Hype.
bring us
Hype.
amazingness.
Hold on.
We need that 2D superiority. Let's do it.
Okay. So I technically brought to the table 2 magical items, but I can only show 1 because Ray is in the chat.
Oh!
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's. Oh
Damn.
shit! I just realized that too. Mother.
Yeah, we have 2 different Rays in the
No,
chat.
your
and
Ray,
they're
your Ray
both
is cool.
mean.
My Ray, unfortunately, is smart as chaos.
What do you mean?
I have to
What do you
be
mean? His Ray is good and fine. She wants to murder my NPC.
I mean, and to be fair, my Ray has tried to kill several people. So
in our Ray's defense, she's kind of asking for it.
Is she?
And my Ray,
really?
she's asking for it and delivers. And delivers. Anyway, so the first magic item is my first magic item is the crafting area.
Do you have
crafting
something to
table
show
that I
us?
made. Yeah, I have. I'm showing it right now on the.
Oh shoot! I'm dumb.
Fuck.
I got it.
Yeah.
focusing on that 3D avatar.
Anywho.
Oh, is that?
Anywho,
can you see that on the stream? I think you should be able to
Can
see
you
that.
see that?
I hope so. It's a little small.
Here,
but
let me
I
go
okay.
full. It is a little
Man.
small.
I mean, to be fair, yours wasn't much
Sorry.
better.
Okay, yeah, mine was probably also small. We didn't fully vet this, everyone. It's okay. It's a
We'll
podcast.
do it next time
Let's go
better,
ahead
sorry.
and describe it. Most
It's
people
okay.
can
If you
listen
want to
this
use
anyway.
my item, just DM me and I'll send it to you. There you go.
So my first magic item is actually called the crafting table, and this crafting table literally is how I craft things for my players and whatnot. Because Dryad did bring up a thing, and how I do have, if I do have a listing of how I craft things, and turns out yes I do. I just never shared with anyone until today. So it literally explains the combination of materials that I need, and how much the cost of it actually is for every player, for everyone who uses platinum and whatnot. I even gone as far as what kind of jewels and quartz and diamonds and whatnot and opals are in the world, how much they cost, what they can use for, what parts they can be used for. I literally went into that much detail. Yeah, so yeah, I'll explain. If someone used a, let's say a moonstone, the translucent white moonstone of Halo 50 gold and whatnot, and in my listing here, it literally talks about the what it can be used for inside of a weapon for magical effects or auras or defenses and armor, and same for Jaspers, Himalite Black Pearls and whatnot. I literally went to all the work to find out how much what costs to and how much you can do with it. Then I went for the Weaver's tool to find out, if the players want to create their own, common items of, like clothes and whatnot. And, I went into the work and tried to figure out how much they need, how much they work, 3 cotton and whatnot, and then what they can forge, and so on and so forth, and what materials they need, and my own listings of where they can get it and whatnot, mithril ingots and whatnot. The alchemist mixtures, the same alchemist mixture I've been using for the even in except from Unicorn Hope, but no one's ever figured it out yet. But whatever. And rations and stuff like that. I literally put a lot of work into it and what this crafting bench can do. So
is the crafting bench itself magical?
yes, because it literally can do all this. And
Mm.
it can actually help you create all magic items as well as long as you have both the money and the materials to actually do it.
Is it like a Pokeball crafting bench? You just like bring it out when you need to, and it goes back into like the confinement, or is it like a set place kind of thing?
I was about to say a lot of this looks like Minecraft.
Well, funny you say that because I'm noticing that the server this is in, it's called Minecraft Hard. Can someone see that? That's the title.
Iron
Somebody
ingots, wood, leather.
I mean, yeah. Sorry.
To explain why it's called Minecraft Hard, because I wasn't even going to use this server for anything particular. And joke's on you, I never really played Minecraft. I was just using it for the memes, but too late to go back on that one. Oh well.
We have a fake gamer girl.
Shut up. Anywho. But yeah, this literally helps you create any, so yeah, it does come up as a small physical sphere. It requires a 10 by 10 space, and much like my kitchen war, it's literally a crafting station area that you can actually literally use to craft anything. And it's
as long as it's in this list.
As long as it's in this list, yeah.
Man, I feel outclassed by both of you already with your magical items.
Remember I told you I made this up on the spot? I literally made this up on the spot, and at the same time, I've had this for a while at the same time, so I use it when I can, when I can't.
We gotta hydrate because people are evil.
It's hard to judge. It's hard to judge this because there's just so much to look at, but I really like how it kind of solves the problem that had been that we had discussed earlier when we were talking about your campaign, and that was like what you said, that you had this crafting system kind of like in your head, but like it hasn't been revealed to anyone, and because like no one knows how the crafting system works, no one really wants to engage with it, or if they do engage with it, it feels like really arbitrary. It's like I want to craft something. How do I craft something? And then you just give us a coy wink like, wouldn't you like to know? Yes. Yes, I want to know.
Yes, you want to know. So I took that to heart, and literally, literally the next day after that talk we had, I made this. So I haven't. I mean, obviously, I haven't read it all. But it looks like you have like these like gems or other like rare items that have what I had assumed to be like some sort of thematic quality. Like, I'm just spitballing here, like maybe the blue quartz like gives the weapons you give like a +1 to your attack roll or something like that. Like there's a theme that the blue quartz kind of applies to anything you use on it. The blue quartz actually just adds moon touch to the weapon.
Well, yeah. But that's the idea. You basically have this sort of modular, you say it's a crafting system, but it's also like, in a way, a sort of like modular enchantment system that you're kind of introducing to D&D. And so you have this magic item that you're like making an entire like subsection of your campaign around. That's why it like requires so much writing, because it's basically carrying like a freaking like it's basically carrying a freaking homebrew system on its back. You know, it's like comparing this to the ruck truck, like a whole vehicle's worth of stuff.
Hey
Yeah,
Bruce,
well,
Kevin, don't forget to drink.
Oh, I've been drinking. Don't worry.
Drink more. They chat demands you
So-
drink.
So the second item I was gonna show, which I can't now because Ray's in the our Ray from Ray Mine, by the way.
Yes, just let's
in
remind
chat.
everyone that we could have seen so much more stuff if only those pesky players weren't in the way.
Yeah,
Uh,
I still
the
have to
reason why I
find the
don't
item.
want to the reason why I don't want to show is because it's actually listing in what type of rifles you can craft. Hint, hint.
Man.
Oh,
Imagine
yeah,
having
Ray
players
loves-
in the
Ray loves
chat.
her guns.
Yeah.
Ray's not the only one.
What do you
I
all
love-
think
I love my
about,
guns too.
about this?
I don't know.
I know it's a lot to take in. It's hard to like pick anything specifically, but you kind of get the general gist of it. It's like a unique magic item that supplements this like modular crafting system.
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
Go on.
Yeah.
I think that's you,
Who has
Spawn.
the talking dice?
Yeah.
Here's the talking dice.
Spawn,
Here's the
here's the
talking
talking dice.
Oh, I do now, do I?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm gonna charge platinum to get them back, so suffer.
Okay, we'll just craft it using this new system.
Will you though? Will you take the time and the gold to craft
probably
it
not.
just to give it to me? Yeah, I don't know if I didn't hear you or not, but did you ever say like if it like bamps back into the ball, or is it like a permanent setup once you set it up? I
Oh
was just
no!
curious.
Once you're done with it, once you're done, you can literally put it back on your belt, which is actually turns into a belt ball that's literally on Angel's belt. You can actually see it on my PMG a little
Oh
bit.
no!
So,
So you literally made a system for people to be Batman.
yeah.
Cool. I
made a
accept this
system
and
that works
I
for me.
approve. I approve.
Does
I've literally made a
does
system that
everyone
works for
walking
me.
in? Everyone walking in with there's a bunch of like raw materials everywhere, and they're just like, I don't know what we're gonna need to craft it with. I need to hold on to everything just in case.
No,
My giant
You know what
utility
this-
belt.
you know what this reminds me of?
Oh God, no! Go on.
Grace. Can I call you Grace?
Grace.
Yes.
You.
Oh me?
Yeah.
Oh, Grace.
baby.
Oh,
we
Here
were
it
all getting
comes.
nicknames.
Yes. I
have you
will
ever-
take
have you ever-
Grace.
Have you ever saw the old show
Wow.
MacGyver?
Say again.
That's
The
literally
old
what
show
this
MacGyver?
reminds me of. Is
MacGyver?
literally
Yeah.
yeah, MacGyver. This fucking dude that will turn a paper clip, a rubber band, and a piece of gum into a fucking Barrett
Airplane.
50 cal.
I'm more impressed that you know who MacGyver is, to be
Me?
honest.
Considering, yeah.
Okay,
considering you're the
just
youngest.
because I'm the baby of the group does not mean I don't know my old shit. I grew up
Okay.
watching McHale's Navy. If any of you fuckers know that.
Oh lordy.
I'm ready for the Golden Girls. What are you talking about? Anywho.
Yes, the Golden Girls.
Oh
Yeah!
god.
Let's
What, are we gonna
go!
bring Nash into this too?
All right.
Jeebus.
Ooh.
All right.
Anywho, go on,
Because-
Divinity,
because-
please go on.
Because you brought up Golden Girls, I just
Oh
have
my
to
God.
keep, I just have to keep adding this fun fact. Did you
Oh, no.
know? I want to say it is 4E, where Dungeons and Dragons literally based their ideal adventuring party off of
Yes,
the Golden
around
Girls.
the Golden Girls.
Yes, I remember
It was
that.
4th
I
edition.
love
It was 4th edition, yeah.
Yeah.
Fourth edition was not that bad. All right, fucking fight.
4th edition was horrible. You're done.
done.
Fourth edition was bad, and you should feel bad.
Fourth edition
Anyway,
was the most balanced shit ever.
No,
And
it
that-
wasn't.
everyone keeps
3.5
wanting-
wins.
so
3.5
You
wins.
did you say 3.5 was balanced?
It was.
Oh,
Hold on, hold on.
You're yeah. Everyone bully the
Oh,
demon
you're
right now.
several people are typing.
I don't know, Kevin. Were you even old enough to play 3.5?
Well, the fact that I
I don't know,
started a
Barney.
little bit
I don't
before
know, Barney. Can you remember
5E
what it was?
started, I did actually end up having my first 2 campaigns in 3.5.
And you loved using the rope skill. You know you miss it.
Listen here,
I'm not
Barney,
saying
Barney.
you're wrong. I'm just saying fuck you.
I loved having a different spot and listen skill and a hide and move silently skill.
Why not? It makes sense.
But yeah, Grace, you essentially just made MacGyver versus MacGyver had a love child with Batman and Minecraft, and I love it.
You're thank you. I try my best. I overthink it, yet I try to keep it as simple as possible.
To be fair, if Batman had this, I'd be more terrified of Batman.
If Batman had boobs, yeah, I would be too.
Batman does have boobs.
Kevin, are you okay? Kevin, are you okay?
I was skipping when you said that.
We broke Kevin. Batman with boobs broke Kevin.
Not gonna have pickups for the next 5 minutes.
All right, so should we move on to the next person? I vote for Barney. Below me.
Yeah, I vote for Kevin.
No, Barney.
While
It's
you're,
you,
while you're
Barney.
doing this, I'm just setting
How
up a
about
real
Barney?
quick
I'm not
poll.
purple.
No,
Nor
I
am
thought
I
he
a
was.
dinosaur.
Fucked up.
What, and
Listen.
what, you think I'm Bruce and Angel is graceful?
That makes
All
sense
right,
to me.
listen. Health is just Jimmy. It's fine.
What?
Yeah, you're Jimmy now. Hi,
Jimmy? I'll take Barney over Jimmy.
All right,
Too
fair
bad you're
enough.
getting both.
Wow.
Barney, Jimmy.
Damn.
Barney, Jim.
Take both while we drink.
All right, you guys
Why?
are gonna make me have to go to the bathroom soon.
That's what I'm saying. They just want me to go to the bathroom.
You bring up the poll.
Either that or they're just
course
trying
they
to
do.
make me
Everyone
course they do.
everyone make your voices heard in the poll while Jimmy Barney gets his magic item out.
Oh right. That thing.
If you don't say rolling dice in an alley, I'm gonna have to fight you.
Wow.
A lot of people saying 5e right now. It's getting neck and neck, and I'm literally the only one who voted for E.
I didn't even notice the
You're
poll.
cringe.
This isn't fair. But I will give it to 5e as much as my love for
Oh god, I can do this. This is amazing.
oh shit. Oh, oh,
What are
am
you
I gonna
doing?
win?
What is happening?
I'm gonna
You
win!
It costs
I'm
10,
gonna win!
it costs 10 panda points for an extra vote.
This
I
was
don't care, it's worth it!
this was meant to keep chat busy while you pulled up your item. Instead, you're being kept busy.
Hey,
I'm not the one
This
pulling
poll
up
has
an item right
backfired
now.
terribly.
you haven't switched the screen.
And
Right.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, I made a ring, and
This ring is
I was
cool.
deceived
Grace.
early on by everything because I
Oh,
didn't know
someone
we were.
else figured it out.
I didn't
What's-
know I
what
was
is this
supposed to
alt-tab
make something
going on?
that shows my DM life. Because I made a nice weapon. I made not a weapon. That could be a weapon. A ring of spiritual embrace. However, I'm not going to read through all of it. I'm going to do some paraphrasing because it's much simpler for me this way. Basically, it's a special ring that once you attune to it, you would choose one of your stats, being strength, constitution, dexterity, intelligence. Everybody knows all those. Which
Yeah.
will embody your spiritual presence. Using said spiritual presence, you can choose a target creature or person that you know of or see and try to spiritually control them or possess them. Where then you where you would then have a spiritual battle with them using the stat that you chose. If you succeed, you will then take control of that person or creature's body for the next 3 hours.
You basically dominate them.
Yeah, basically, and you then get all of their stats, but you maintain your intelligence, just like druidic transformations. The difference being your physical body is left wherever you were doing this ritual in a
Oh.
meditative state.
Okay. There's
And
actually
if
a
anybody
spell like
finds
this.
you, they have advantage on all attacks because you're unresponsive because you're currently your conscience and spirit is in another body. So you're just kind of there to get wailed on.
So I
So be careful.
want to give you a tip. There's actually a spell for this. It's called. What is it called? I think it's called Magic Jar.
Yeah, it's very similar to that.
Yeah. So I can imagine like a version of this item that just lets you cast Magic Jar once a day using the ring
Oh
as
my-
the material component.
Yeah,
Literally,
but this
literally,
one, This one's great.
Pots of
hold
greed.
on. Hold on. If I ever find out who's ever using this item, and if I actually find where their body's at, I swear to God, I'm gonna walk up behind them with a mallet and
that's the thing. If you are killed, like your physical body is ever killed, the control ends immediately because you're no longer there.
alive.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
have no brain with which to control them.
Yep. However, you don't have to do the spiritual battle over a willing target. They just give you their body.
Oh. So if they're
And if
unconscious
you're controlling
unable to
somebody who's
fight-
not willing, every 10 points of damage they take, you do have to do another battle, but they get +1 to their roll on top of their normal modifier.
is that
I
cumulative?
just had some freaky ideas into my mind.
I hope so. That's the point of it.
Is that cumulative? Like if someone takes like 30 damage, would they get a +3?
Yes. Because basically, the more damage you are... The other thing is you can't forcibly hurt the person or try to like commit suicide. It'll break the connection immediately doing that. Because I already thought somebody'd be like, ooh, big bad. I'm just going to have him jump
Yeah,
off the
just-
cliff and kill themselves.
Yeah,
No.
just freaking dominate and be like, all right, let's walk off this cliff.
Yeah, so you can't forcefully hurt yourself or jump, like kill yourself. It'll end the connection there. And yes, it is cumulative. Every point extra. So every 10 points adds an additional +1. So it becomes very hard to maintain control over something that is constantly taking damage. Because they're like, okay, stop making me hurt because I hate you.
I have one more question.
Marriage.
I couldn't help but notice you got like the ring. It's very rare, and it requires attunement by a 1 day.
Yep.
What do you mean by that?
So you have
You
to,
mean- you
it
mean-
takes
you
a
mean
whole
it
day to
requires
attune to it.
Oh, requires attunement for 1 day.
Yeah, so you can attune to it after possessing it and wearing it for a whole day. And then after
Oh, I
which you choose which stat you're going to make your spirit, and you cannot change it. So you can't just be like, well,
you can't
I'm
unattune it and then
stronger.
change it later.
yeah, nope. Is once you have it, you make a note of it, you let your DM know.
Does it
And-
change by bearer? Like if I have the item and then like I choose like strength, and then someone else takes the ring and they attune to it, can they change the stat?
Hadn't thought that far. This is 1.0, but I'm going to lean to sure. Just because it still takes a whole day to attune to it, so it's not like you can just pass it around the party for
Yeah.
each monster.
All right.
Hey, guys,
Yeah.
guys, Divinity seems to be staring at the wall really hard. Is he okay?
He's
Huh?
thinking of all the possibilities that this ring has given him.
Dude, wake up!
I
Listen.
am listening.
Listen,
Just-
you just have to realize that the Vine is asking the same question with this magic item that he's asked for every other magic item. Can I use it on the muss?
Sure.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but
'Cause
fuck you.
You can, because it's either a humanoid or creature that you either know of or can see. If they're not in line of sight, you just need to know their name.
Really? They got some true
Yes.
name stuff going on here. I didn't read that one. Wait.
Yep.
Oh, right. There's no range or action. I was just like, you just pick a guy's anywhere.
Yeah, so if you
Snap.
So- But like I said, the drawback is you're just in a meditative state somewhere, so the drawback is if you have a party of thieves, they'll just steal everything from you while you're not there.
Oh.
It's like, I just outdid the king. Oh
'Cause-
shit, where's my stuff?
You
Yeah.
also have no senses because you're in a meditative state and your consciousness is in a different place, so
Huh.
of course you
I
don't know what's
remember
going on.
being
To
in this ditch.
When was I poor?
So
Famous last words.
you say You told me that the magic item wouldn't have any bad side effects, but I'm reading this.
Not a bad
and-
side effect if you plan it right.
Why are my butt whistles? I think it's a pretty bad side effect.
yeah. Becoming unresponsive, catatonic. A slight downside.
I mean-
That's some astral projection
But
stuff.
the difference is you could take over an ancient dragon with this.
That is true. It
Dear
is quite
Lord.
powerful if you focus.
Hold on. Let me derail that right now.
Okay.
For a human spirit, even despite what powers a ring gives you, to possess a spirit of a dragon literally means that you're dry humping a mountain. That's not gonna
Yeah.
go well, lad.
I didn't say you would be successful. I just said you could do it.
I can see a world where I can see like an adventure where you like hunt down like a dragon in their lair, and then like you weaken it, and it's like now the time has come. Do my bidding.
Okay.
3 hours. Only
Okay,
3
Dryad.
hours.
Yeah, I mean that's enough to burn a village or two.
It is.
Dryad.
But imagine what
Dryad.
it's going to do when it comes back and it knows exactly where you are.
Dryad, let me derail you right now. All right, you weaken the dragon. You have possessed the dragon's body. Now what?
I'm a fucking dragon.
Your fucking dragon was really bad hangnail problems on his feet because the damn warrior was just trying to cut you up.
Oh wait, this sucks.
Ah, you see the problem now, lad?
Still, I think it's a very interesting item. I like it. I like
Oh.
it. It's a combat item, which like,
well, you don't have to
usually-
use it in combat. You could just possess the person and do other things with them.
Oh no,
It's
no,
true.
no! Please do use it in combat.
How often can you use it? Because that's the other thing. Whenever I see like an item that has like some sort of contest or facilitates a conflict between two other people, like you then have to ask yourself like,
Oh,
is it
well,
like there's a spiritual
it has-
embrace using chosen ability modifier. I just assume that's an ability check. Using that ability
Yeah.
check, straight ability check. I assume that it takes an action to use it. I assume that.
I don't know why it's not showing, but you have 3 charges per day.
Yeah, you 3 charges per day. It recharges like all charges on a rest. 3 charges per day though. That is.
It's
that's
not per
9
rest.
hours.
It's
per day,
a
yeah, per
long
dawn.
rest. It's so you have to wait until the next dawn to
Yeah.
get the 3 charges back.
Yeah, most
it's
of
not.
the items work on dawn.
Yeah, it's next dawn you get your 3 charges back.
Still, that 3 charges. That's 9 hours every day. That's really good. This is a very
How long
powerful
you been
item.
DMing again, Jimmy?
Oh, 20 something years.
Oh, just as long as I have. Strange.
Yeah, no.
What's so strange
see,
about it?
You look at it and you say it's powerful,
Hmm.
but again, you're just in a box going, please don't murder me because I can't defend myself.
Well, D&D is a team game, so I would rather be a gold dragon than a stinking panda any day.
You know, pandas don't smell that bad.
Yeah, see, again, this also relies on you trusting your party members. Anybody who is in chat who's ever watched my current campaign that's going on,
That was
Trust
not
is
the
a
best
commodity
idea.
that's not
and
shared.
And now you have seen how Jimmy's campaigns go because becoming a catatonic state being a downside tells you a lot about their DMing style, or at least the party they run with.
Ray agrees, it appears Ray agrees.
Oh yeah, Ray facilitates it. Ray cheers it on. Yeah.
I mean,
I've
to
never
be
seen
fair,
so much
Ray
PvP
didn't-
in a campaign.
she totally didn't sell out another party member to a very powerful being to gain something.
I kind of want this Ray to also play with me every now and then because she seems like she's just as chaotic as the other
Oh my
Ray.
gosh.
I don't know,
kinda-
Dryad, is she?
Yeah, I don't think Ray squared is a good idea.
Oh no.
See, I say that, but Ray's not even the worst of my party. That's the
No,
best
it's
part.
not.
I have played with both Rays. If I ever had to either play or DM a campaign with both of them, oh my god, I will lose my mind.
I have some bad news for you, lad. I already got Ray to agree to a bank heist. I'm thinking about inviting this other Ray and
Do it.
you as
Hey,
a bank heist.
if you're doing
so-
a bank heist, invite my other player Ursa. She's been trying to do a bank heist ever since my campaign started.
Oh, all right. I'll invite her for sure.
You should invite me, and I'll show you what fun can be really had.
I rather not.
That's a little suggestive. I don't want the demon being like, yeah, let's have a lot of fun.
Let's have a lot of fun.
Cut to us
Anyway,
playing Connect 4. Who's a Connect 4 expert?
Oh God.
I barely connect with 2 people, let alone 4 people. So we'll move on.
Don't worry, I'll just put you in a box and be like,
Alright.
"Here's Tetris, go."
I think I've got everything I had to say about it. I think it's really,
Yeah.
really strong, but specifically because of the context of the campaign that you would be running this item in, it like the quality of its strength goes down significantly, and so it doesn't feel. This is exactly the example of me. I would read this item and be like, this item is busted OP. What is wrong with the person who made this item? But like, you know, listening to the DM and understanding the campaign this item was spawned in, it makes so much more sense.
Yeah, I would say that in the campaign that you're expecting this to be run, this is almost a monkey's paw situation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I would love my players to use this item because I totally wouldn't take advantage of the.
Last thing to say before we move on, I would say I was totally against this item, but now I'm seeing a lot of potential with it, so I definitely might use this item in my campaign.
We've got
Please
a
do it. Let me know
converter.
what good or bad happens with it.
All right.
Convert, rather.
So who are we moving on next to?
Divine's our last one.
Kevin.
So, to kind of preface mine as I switch over, we have a couple different variations of different magic items. One being a sort of a re-edition to a classic. One being necessity for their campaign, while another is a frankly monkey's paw to their campaign. I kind of play magic items a little bit differently as my thing is now up for you guys.
Yo,
Go on, lad.
is this an artifact?
Almost all
no.
items I create are either rare or above, for the pure fact that I like to create magic items specifically for the player.
Oh, so you're a nice GM.
I very am nice. I DM a lot of heroic campaigns and pretty much when you're a player of one of my campaigns, you can fully expect you will get a personalized magic item at some point, and this is actually this is my gunslinger's magic item that he had the lovely pleasure of
Wielding.
wielding.
See,
It is a sentient artifact weapon. It is a musket.
so it sounds cursed.
It very much is cursed, as I will state that the rifle has the spirit of Graylin, character of one of my campaigns, and she has a habit of wanting shiny things, charms, if you will, onto her gun. And if kept unclean and denied of said shiny, she will cause disadvantage on her attacks.
She's
I love how
a
there's
bit of a
always-
drama queen, isn't she?
Yeah, she is a drama queen. She's extremely stubborn. She complains a lot, and as soon as you attune to her, you hear her voice.
Hey, so if I praise her and give her lots of love and care, will she love me more and give me advantage?
I will say in the context, we did have a situation in the campaign where I legitimately had her move herself, because the way we flavored it was she kind of shakes herself to give you disadvantage. But we shake.
Jammed.
We shook her
no.
so much
no.
that she actually fired herself the one
I
time.
want to go to Bed Bath and Beyond. We'll go to Bed Bath and Beyond.
and I use the system of Dormant, Awaken, and Exalted.
Oh yeah, it's perfect.
So, attuned, it is a typical muzzle-loading rifle, dex to hit. It was a 1d12. I did adjust this down to a 1d10 after we realized it was a little powerful for the fighter.
I don't know.
so-
That seems fine.
Have you? Let me just
it
action
is-
surge and then.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a D12. Like, yeah, it's a D12 ranged weapon,
however,
but like,
we
one
brought it
damage
down
size
to a
is gonna,
D10
like,
for a
make it
little bit.
crazy.
But we brought it back up to a D12 as soon as we got to the caster imbalance, if everyone knows that in 5e.
Yes, the event horizon.
Yeah, the event horizon.
the high
So
school.
it eventually stuck to 1d12 plus dex piercing, two-handed reloaded, 1 misfire 2. On its dormant state, after it gets a little bit of use and becomes more active, becomes a +1 to hit
So
and damage, and then 3 times per day on a sexful. Holy fuck!
On a what? On a
That is
what?
a Freudian
On
slip
a what?
and a half.
On a what, Divine?
On
That's a hell of a
that is a-
fall.
I don't want to.
Are you sure you're an angel?
My name is Graylene, and if you give me shiny things, I'll let out a
Graylin.
sexual shot 3 times a
But-
day.
on.
If you don't, I'll just vibrate in your hands ferociously.
Oh my
no.
god! Stop, all of you!
Texas.
Please
There
stop.
are no
She
laws
has a-
against guns, Batman.
Graylin has such a tragic backstory. Don't stop. Don't hit my girl. But on a successful shot, creature must make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, or stop.
Constitution? What?
God,
What set is this? Please elaborate.
I heard a DC 15 constipation saving throw.
Well,
I don't know
Well,
why
logic
I'm
is good,
misspeaking
Batman.
so much today.
It's
But
okay.
on
I
the-
have that influence on
You're getting
people.
real
I'm
flustered
used
in
to
front
it.
of your girl here.
Oh, I'm sorry. So yeah,
She's
DC
starting to
15
shake.
Constitution saving throw or be paralyzed in place. And as well, it then starts to deals an extra 1d4 necrotic damage. On its awakened state, it then does a +2 attack and damage. Necrotic goes to 1d6, and the rifle ignores the loading property, as its shots now become magical.
you said this gun has a tragic story that we should feel bad for it.
Yeah,
I
man. If
don't.
I put a ring on it, is it gonna always be good for me? Because
That's not-
ring.
Okay,
What
so
ring are you gonna put on it? You're not gonna take it the control ring, are you? Be like, I get to shoot all the shots now.
okay,
I
so
mean,
in my world, there were god hunters in the one era. Pretty much, this person was a god hunter. However, there was a bit of a love triangle, and eventually, after a bit of a mishap, we're gonna say, one of the lovers ended up trapping her spirit in the gun. So
Oops.
can I get a love pyramid?
Whoopsie daisy.
I want 5 people.
I say mishap. I mean, literally, lover got so jealous.
Somebody
No,
just
no.
unvengeance themselves.
So
Hey, does
now
this-
they forever have the sword of.
so anyways,
does this gun smell like an eternal prison to you?
it very much is. But anyways, exalted, or the final stage, it has now +3 necrotic damage to 1d8 and has the charge shot. Once per long rest with a successful attack, double the damage as if it were a critical hit. If an attack roll was a critical hit, double the double damage. Basically,
Quadruple.
fuck that person in particular.
Yeah.
So
This turns all damage dealt into necrotic damage, and upon DC 15 Constitution save throw, basically an added paralyzed shot.
So
My-
I have a question.
I do too.
Yeah, your person who has this gun, they didn't happen to, I don't know, dip into paladin or rogue, did they?
Or necromancy.
No, he ended up being a full fighter.
Oh,
That's a rarity.
That's a
a rarity
relief
indeed.
because I'm scared of having an assassin who can crit for like 5d6 and then double that to 10 and then double it again and then you're doing meteor swarm levels of damage.
Yeah, to be fair, I specifically made this with this magic item was actually made with the player present, which is not something I normally do.
Oh, really?
No, I mostly make them in the air quotes the back rooms by myself. As the player kind of progresses, I kind of learn their personalities and how they want to play their character, and I kind of build them around how their character plays. I've literally even created a magical, Thunderbat for our one barbarian.
One last hydration for
Wonderbat?
everyone.
Yeah,
Drink.
they were a streamer as well, and their kind of canonical weapon was a bat. So I turned a great club into a baseball bat, basically.
You turned a great womp into a wampa.
But yeah, almost every magic item I have has a story behind it, because that's kind of how I play. Is like I love storytelling.
Yeah, you're a big world builder. That definitely shows when you make an artifact like this. Shoot, I was about to say something. I literally had it off the top of my head. I lost it.
Divine.
Yes.
If anything, I really love how you add into the meta of all this. The meta.
The meta?
Yeah, meta these.
Are you?
You fucked it up!
Meta.
No! I was like, yes, tell us this important life lesson, Angel. I want to hear it.
I screwed up. Anyway.
Oh no.
But
So-
yeah,
I had. Hey, Kevin.
yes.
Does-
As I now resent to being answering that name.
Does your blade does she cry when she hits somebody who's immune to necrotic damage?
No. However, she does have a bit of a weakness for the pure fact that her lover is actually still in the world, and as the players found out, she can't shoot him.
Oh yeah. I mean that makes all the sense in the
So
world.
when
Can
that
she stab
encounter, no. Even
that's
when he finally put a bayonet on her, and we treated it as basically a spear. No, like
Wouldn't she be Bayonetta?
Shut up.
Wasn't he here,
Literally,
Barney?
this one encounter where they basically had to go, oh shit, because this dude could not be hurt by literally their main DPS, aka Graylin.
This is why you always carry backup weapons, everyone.
What's a backup weapon?
He had a backup gun. However, she was also very jealous. She did not like it when you used the second weapon.
Oh no.
So as soon as he used that, for the next like week in game, all his attacks were at disadvantage. As she fucking has basically this hissy fit.
How dare you use the other boomstick?
Yeah, basically. So I like having these fun little things where it's like it's not that big of a deal, but it adds to the story.
I have a question.
Yes.
Your fighter, he's just a normal fighter, right?
Well, fighter gunslinger.
All right. He has to keep track of his ammo, correct?
Or you
After
like
he
one,
got
I
the
guess.
awakened, nope.
No, I love it. Now, I was gonna do the same thing with Ray, but unfortunately, Ray got that class where she doesn't have to count her ammo anymore. But
So,
she just-
Yeah.
do you guys actually force your players to count the ammo?
I do. When I
Yes.
can.
Wow.
Yes.
And I'm considered the
100%.
mean one of the group.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, you count your ammo, you count your spell slots. Yeah. You
Well,
should,
okay, see,
you should
spell slots
count-
I agree with, just because
you should
casters are the
count-
devil.
You should count your rations if you're exploring a lot.
Mhm.
If you're not exploring, usually you just pay lifestyle expenses, and that covers everything.
Yeah, no. You want your arrows back? Here, let me roll for it. See how many you actually get back.
That I don't do. The rule of thumb is you spend a minute, you get half the arrows you spend.
Yeah, I do the same thing actually.
I literally roll a dice based off of how many shots they did.
See,
Like a
And
D17 shots and see how many you manage to
yeah,
recover.
essentially.
I'm sorry, but I'm
Or
one of
for
those
that
mean
fact, it
ones.
would be D20, and if they get like an 18, it's like, oh hey, you found an arrow that you didn't fire, but still in good condition.
See, but that's just me. When I made them count, they were like, "You're an evil DM." Because I'm sorry, if you're fighting a humanoid, most of the time they break said arrow that goes into their body.
Especially when they're armored.
Yeah. So you're
mean-
just not getting that back.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to like doing a lot of minutia like that, like counting ammo or tracking how long you sleep or setting watch and stuff, that's like a big session 0 thing, and it depends on the style of game you want to play. I usually track ammo because I think being able to like have good logistics and like being able to track yourself very well is like just like part of what being a good player is, like being good at the game. But I like, of course, like I can see why cinematically people are like, this is the most boring shit ever.
So back to the Nancy Gray of rifles, anyways.
Anti-Graylin rifle?
Yeah, an antique Raylan rifle. That's what I'm gonna call it. Anywho, so question.
Answer.
No, this is clearly some sparks and whatnot. And you don't have to answer my story because I don't know if any of your players are watching or whatnot. And
Oh, they are
Why-
definitely not watching right now.
Yeah,
okay,
you don't stream Mortalis, unfortunately. And I
I-
say unfortunately because I had the pleasure of watching just a little bit of one of your games recently, and it was really good. And I think it would be a cool thing.
So,
My question
unfortunately,
is,
yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, I did stream it long time ago. However, once I lost a lot of my assets during air
Oh.
quotes Ragnarok, I kind of took it off air for a little bit to kind of get all my shit back together and whatnot. And
feel your
the
pain.
players liked it because they didn't have to follow TOS, and we kind of stuck with it. And obviously, the next they are some of them are actually IRL friends, so I know exactly how they act. And
who has
Yeah.
IRL friends?
I was saying, who has friends here, man? What the hell?
but yeah. Anyways, Angel.
Anyway,
Sorry, Grace.
So that's fine. I don't care one way or the other, man. So the question is, so if the lover's still alive, does that mean her body is still alive?
No.
I think
So
her body's dead.
What,
And her
so,
spirit's
like-
in the gun, right?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so what? They put her spirit in the sword and disintegrated her body?
Well,
Es-
here's the thing about
essentially-
catatonic bodies. They don't last very long.
Here's the thing about a god hunter's body. Because they also own sparks of divinity after, killing an actual god. Yeah, they basically go to the fucking astral plane to become a star. So, yeah, the body just disappears.
That is gonna be the most. That is gonna be the most whiniest star I ever heard in my life.
Can you imagine that after her death, her lover like took levels in
Cleric.
no, I was gonna say like lunar sorcerer or like Path of the Stars druid or something like that, like a celestial druid.
That would
Thankfully,
be so screwed
the
up.
lover
That'd be
is
so cheesy.
thankfully the lover is a shadow sorcerer, so no.
Oh lord.
Because we gotta cut ourselves on that sweet edge.
Sweet edge.
Ooh, excuse me.
So I finally remembered the one thing I wanted to say. I liked how, like, when you were describing how you designed the magic items, I kind of thought of it like almost a litmus test or some sort of like personality quiz, right? It's almost
Huh?
like as a DM. Well, hear me out. So
Go on.
like Divine said that he makes this item based on his players. Like he designs them with the players specifically in mind, but he doesn't like sit down at the table and like, go ahead with an item. He just kind of like goes in the back rooms and makes it based on how he intuited his player's like personality or his character's personality, and it kind of like makes a really neat, nifty surprise. And I think
God damn it, you're right.
It takes a lot of trust in yourself as a DM to like have the idea of like, I'm going to be able to accurately measure my character's personality and kind of like, you know, trust myself to pass this personality test to make an item that both fits you thematically and is a surprise. I trust myself to be able to do that without needing your help as a player. And I think that's very interesting. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Did you make him write a background first?
No. I also have, by the way, the actual bat right here too.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
the bat.
thunder.
Yeah, the canopy for the other
but
character.
no,
right.
like
I'm sorry, I would have to name that bat the Bonky Stick.
in that campaign, they were basically all isekai'd due to Big Bad's bullshit.
Why do you hate us? Stop it!
So the fighter was actually on.
Go on.
The fighter was the only one that actually got truck-cooned.
Wow.
Isekai story so much popular now.
Yeah.
I nearly drowned, motherfucker.
Yeah, this has got me too. What
No! Angel, stop! You're gonna get isekai'd!
But it's fine. The bard's computer blew up, so that's how he got in.
I guess his hard drive was erased.
You know the meme where the guy's like playing ultra realistic Minecraft and like looks down at his computer and flashes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made that the bard.
Dear Lord, you saved me.
But anyways, if I could have another magic item showcase,
We'll do a super short one because we're about running out of time.
yeah. So real quick, this is back when I even accounted for triggers and whatnot. But the Bad Thunder, as a in its dormant state, this battle axe has. Why did I put battle axe? Holy fuck! It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a great club.
Oh, really? I thought it was an axe. I wanted to be like thunder, thunder axe.
That's a sword, sir. That's a sword.
To be fair, this is back when I used to copy from like other things. But anyways,
who doesn't
yeah.
copy from something?
Plus-
it's kind of hard
plus
to
one
come
to
up with
hit and
100%
damage.
original.
3 times a day, you can make a creature you hit with the bat make a Constitution saving throw, DC 15. On a failed save, the creature takes 2d8 thunder damage and is pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't pushed. Deals an extra 1d4. You kind of see the pattern with how they are, as Awaken +2, thunder damage goes to d6. And then 3 times a day now it has a 15-foot cone behind the target you hit as well, basically being a thunder wave.
Question.
Answer.
Does the player go after they hit somebody go ho?
No, this player actually didn't speak that often, so
Aww.
they
missed a golden opportunity.
They were the silent protagonist and also the barbarian who ate cereal. And then
Without milk.
Yeah, or did they put the cereal before the milk?
we never discussed that.
It's very important for our backstory, Divine. Cereal or milk first?
And then Exalted was +3, damage goes to 1d8, and once a day you can slam the bat down to the ground, creating a shockwave. All creatures within 60 feet of your choice must make a Constitution saving throw. On failed save, they take 8d8 thunder damage and are flung backwards 30 feet. Half damage on failed save and aren't flung. This one also had a spirit in it, which they never encountered. But it was the former wielder, basically this titan of a warrior.
Basically, Grog.
Yeah, pretty much.
See that footnote?
Yeah, they didn't see that footnote, but I kind of based the warrior off of Grog.
Because Grog is the best.
Grog is
No.
the best. Oi!
Grog Strunja.
So,
All right.
Just
So I'm glad we all had an opportunity to showcase our magic items and
Our MacGuffin.
yeah, our little MacGuffins, our little like sparks of creativity. And like I said, I thought it was going to be a very interesting first session for a charisma check. I know that it's not like, I don't want to cover like crazy broad topics of like, what's it like to make a campaign? Like, how do you even talk about that? But I wanted to show that even with small things like a single magic item, you get a little bit of understanding of how DMs work and how they think and the groups they play with. And it shows that a lot of different styles work for those games. So everyone, we're gonna close it off by being really, really nice to each other. Everyone go around the table. What lessons have we learned? I've learned, yeah. I hear Jimmy wants to go first.
That what? No.
Here's the talking dice. You're getting it back.
You want the evil one to go first about being nice.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Harsh.
What have you learned?
I learned that two of you really think a lot about a lot of things that I'm just like, I'll deal with it when it happens.
Yeah. Can you tell we've had rules lawyers on our table before?
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. See, but again, it's one of those things. I am the GM. I get it, but I still have final say. That's how you end that conversation.
I have had people who do not care. Trust me.
Yeah, they don't like
Then
that.
you go,
Yeah.
goodbye. But that's just that's a topic for a different
Be
time.
gone.
However, I find it funny that not only did Kevin give a cursed item to a player, he customized said cursed item and then gave the cursed item a personality beyond just straight evil.
I
Yeah.
gave it a story. Jesus.
I know, right? Like, here's my backstory of why it's a cursed item.
Those are lovely items.
Those are the best items.
I'm not gonna showcase any more items, but I had another character in my back pocket who had like this artifact, and her name was Shipley's Tooth. She was like a young like white dragon who was basically
told me the
like
story.
turned into a spear.
Yeah, I think you told me the story.
She
Yeah,
was a
I
cinnamon
remember.
doll.
I would share on two other items that I have, but since the players are in the chat, I don't want to give away the secrets of them.
All right. So, any more nice things you want to say, Jimmy?
Sorry, give me a second. I wasn't ready for this.
That's okay.
That's okay. Does Kevin want to go next?
Yeah, Kevin, you want to be nice to the devil?
I mean, in the end, I did learn a lot about, structure and wording of magic items by Min. Bit of conscious creativity from Angel Grace over here. Because, like, that item, like, really kind of... You can't even, like, not use it as a magic item as well,
Batman.
if that makes any sense. Like, you can literally use those crafting materials and recipes outside of it. So it like Min said, it's very much a it's a homebrew rule set as well as a magic item, which I really like and enjoy. And then just the craftiness of the lovely devil.
Jimmy.
I gotta
Yes, praise
no.
the devil.
As an angel, it is fucking
Quite uncouth
it is
of you.
it is uncouth of me to say nice things about a devil. However, your item being very interesting for the players you have, and it just kind of it in the end also sounds really fucking cool, to be honest. It's just like one of those things like at later levels I'd give a player just to let them have some fun.
Why
But
not?
yeah, everyone has like really good magic items, and they've really in my opinion just they kind of show the personality of the DM.
It kind of does, doesn't it?
Ah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
super
yeah.
does.
Thanks to Kevin, he brought up a point that I remembered that I wanted to say now. Thank you, Kevin.
Who's Kevin? though?
You're welcome, Jimmy.
It was for both Bruce and Grace.
Uh-oh.
This is me going, I'm going to use your items, but in the funnier way. I'm going to totally give them to an NPC just to taunt my players.
Yeah. The best items are the ones that you give to NPCs. and then when your players inevitably murder them, like the hobos they are, they get to take those items.
They will certainly try.
It's like an extra loot box.
Ray, those dots worry me.
Yeah, I wanted to give a
yes.
special shout out to Angel's item as far as the lessons that I've learned, and that is that regardless of everyone here having items that have a particular insight into how they play their game and how they run their game, I wanted to give a special mention to Angel's item set, which is not only that but also a direct answer to feedback the players have given, and it kind of goes to show that items that you introduce don't have to be specifically like set pieces that paint the world or character specific like symbols of their heroism. It could just be like a simple answer to a simple question or simple feedback to facilitate a play style that you wanted to encourage and make that fun. And I think that's very important because it kind of paints the idea of like being flexible as a DM, right? The idea that like you didn't have this item planned, but because the players gave you feedback, you decided that this was important enough to make an item around.
Shit, now I gotta think of something really nice to say about Dryad. Fuck.
No, I wasn't saying nice thing about me. I just
first.
wanted to do a shout out there. Everyone, of course, has amazing items. I can talk about the creativity of the ring and I almost called you Kevin.
Wow! I do not have wings, nor am I happy.
My name is Brad!
Everyone in the chat, please cheer for everyone. They had great magic items. I'm definitely pulling one or two of them for my private collection later. You are all that was the real hustle. Sorry for that. You're all being sleight of handed right now. I really only brought you here to steal all your magic items, and now we depart.
Joke's on you.
So-
Mine doesn't work unless you know how to use it.
Oh, I
So-
totally want to see this in the academy.
So before we close out for tonight, should we talk about what do we talk about next week then?
I want to talk
Or-
about that off stream probably
Okay.
because I don't
Did
know
we not want to roll the dice on stream?
I didn't
Come
know who the
on.
host was going to be.
And I thought we were gonna like roll dice for it. Roll
Alright,
dice.
alright,
Jeez, that's
alright,
a good
yeah,
idea.
All right. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold
Jeebus.
on. We're closing it off with some classic. I'm literally going to like dice a D20.
Going to roll 20.
I'm not going to roll 20. We have the technology.
We do?
Alright.
We
do.
have Google.
Was it actually in our budget?
Google.
All right, who
we
wants
have
to
a
roll
budget?
first? Who wants to roll first? Well, don't everyone raise their hand at once. I'm
I'll
so
start
excited to
mine.
roll for dice until
Yo,
I start
fuck you! I'll
pointing
go
fingers.
first.
No,
Roll for me.
mine.
I have +2.
Here comes Kevin's roll. You've got a 10.
Take
No,
it.
it's okay. 10 is perfectly average, okay? No one needs to make
Like
fun
all
of
angels.
No one needs to make fun of Kevin for their
All right,
pointedly
listen.
average roll.
All right, I'm
I
up.
will not have this light.
I'm up.
Angel is next. Let's go, Angel.
Come on, what do we got?
Eleven!
Now,
Whammy!
now
Oh my
here's the
God.
question: is it high goes first or goes next, or is it
Oh,
low
we're playing
that goes
golf rules.
next?
It's no, I'm declaring that it's high. Angel just fucking prices righted you, Kevin.
All right, Jimmy's up. Who's up?
Oh,
All right,
boy.
last roll for Jimmy.
Actually, I have a
The
+2 to initiative,
13.
so
No, that means
The devil
goes
takes
next.
it.
Oh, snap. I
All
get the
right,
power of the
everyone.
clickety-clackety math rocks.
Next time we do charisma check, which will hopefully be next week, will be hosted by the lovely Hell's Jimmy Barney Spawn, and we'll find out, I guess, what he wants to talk about. Of course, you can all see us in our respective campaigns, except for Kevin, but you can see us in our respective streams. You've seen our socials. You got all that stuff. Let me give you guys a lovely shout out.
Collab.
Of course. and we'll find someone to raid.
It's
Holy
fine.
crap, bullets.
My campaigns are still on Discord, so if every other weekend at 5 o'clock p.m.
So
EST, you can see him.
So I have a good friend that's actually really nice. His name is Stroopily.
Are they streaming right now?
Yeah, they're streaming right now.
All right, send me the link and we'll go give that boy a raid.
Yeah.
Be sure to give them a lovely message. We're gonna do let's see, we'll do Dryad raid. No, we'll do Bruce raid.
Oh,
Bruce raid.
Bruce raid.
Bruce
We're gonna
raid.
Bruce
Oh my
raid,
god.
everyone.
Oh
Bruce
no!
raid.
Strooplily's almost done.
Oh no!
Okay,
Quick,
okay.
someone else. There's this fucking nerd Dryadmin streaming.
Shut up! I'm also almost done.
Depends. I got one.
Do
if you guys like orcs.
Ah,
Orcs,
let's go for it.
Is who I think it is?
Gothic Valkyrie?
I don't know who that is. Sorry.
Just
she's great.
DM me their name, okay?
Working on it. She's great.
Hurry up, because I gotta pee.
Oh my god, I'm working. I'm sorry.
You guys are like
All this
10
hydrate.
hydrations deep.
Oh no, my hydrations. Actually, no, I've been keeping up with my hydrations. I'm fine.
Don't worry, I've been hydrating.
How's your tea, by the
Discord,
way?
where are you?
Oh my gosh.
The tea has been gone like fucking like 8
It's
fucking
in general.
hydrates
sir.
ago.
Her name's in general.
All
Yeah,
right,
she's
cool.
in general.
All right,
It's general
everyone,
chat.
give them a Bruce raid for me. And
Bruce
one last hydration
raid.
redeem for everyone. One for the road.
God
Thank you.
Damn
very much.
it!
Oh, why? I gotta pee now.
Until next time. Peace out, Cub Scouts.
This is
Later.
Don't forget the cookie
it's
mints.
just a pee stream now.
It's just a pee stream. Oh, I'll try to get that thing to you by Wednesday so you can share it with everybody.
Did you get that thing I sent you? The devil.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.